One of the things that is interesting to me is that a lot of random objects that you run into every day will have patent markings on them. So I just want to give you guys an example. This is a perfect example. So my laptop sits on a fan, and this fan. Tell me if you guys can see this. There's an actual patent marking on there. So it has the patent number and then an actual publication number. And so I thought it'd be kind of interesting if we did a quick episode on why that is and how you can go about actually checking out the actual product. So if you guys find everyday objects, some of them will have actual patent markings on them with a patent number. So one thing you can do is you can actually go to the uspto.gov site. That's a trademark site, and actually type in a search or just do a Google search for that patent number, and it'll come up. So something you guys can do is if you guys want to learn more about the products that you have and the ones that have markings on them, you can look up that patent number and actually identify the patent that covers that particular product. So really, really cool thing. But the legal reason, there's a legal reason as to why these goods have these markings on them. And what that was usually referred to is the marking statute. So I just want to do a quick episode and show you guys an example just so you guys can see. So you guys saw the example of the fan, but this is the reason why. So it has to do with damages. Basically, in order for the patentee to get damages, they have to give notice to the public. That's why. So they have to do it either by affixing the word patent, PAT dot, or together with the patent number, or by fixing their own word patent or the abbreviation together with an address. So like an internet address, like a URL that links them to all the patents that the company has. And this is a requirement, and it has to be, also it could be on packaging. So it doesn't have to be on the actual good itself, like it could be on the box. Super, super interesting. I think that it's also interesting because, like I said before, not only are there legal reasons, but it's also kind of interesting because you can learn more about the product. So this right here, this second sentence, this is the key. This is the reason why. This is the legal reason. So we're just going to read it together. So in the event of failure, so to mark, no damages shall be recovered by the patentee in any action for infringement, except on proof that the infringer was notified. So in other words, if you sent a letter to the infringer saying, hey, ABC company, you are infringing our patent. Here's the patent number, and here's the infringing good that you're putting on the market. So only unless you send them a letter under the statute, and again, this is 287, section 287, 35 U.S.C. 287, you would not be entitled to damages. So it's a really, really big deal. And so that's the reason why companies put markings on their goods, or they do the URL technique where if they have a huge portfolio, they just have a link of URLs. They have a URL link to a page that has a whole list of their patents. So a lot of companies will do that. A lot of companies that have especially companies that have a huge portfolio and that's constantly growing, the URL technique is a really, really good way to actually put infringers on notice and to put the public on notice of your patents. And again, one thing I want to also point out is that you can only get damages for after the notice. So that means if you didn't have them on notice before, but then you put them on notice, then you'd only be noticed. You'd only get damages for infringements that occurred after they were actually put on notice. Really interesting. This is the legal reason why you see patent numbers on a lot of articles. Now, one quick thing, one really, really quick point that's kind of interesting, but patent processes don't actually, this is an exception where infringer would still be subject to damages and injunctions. And so this relates to of course to methods. It's interesting. I highly encourage everybody to actually read the notice statute. It's pretty dense, but I think that there's a lot that we can learn from this. And another thing that I want to point out is that all these statutes, I mean, if you want to find them, for example, if you forgot 287, all you need to do is you can just Google patent marking statute, and it should be one of the first hits. Let's see, let's try it out. Patent marking statute. Yeah, so it's the first hit. Patent marking statute, section 287. So yeah, I hope that this is helpful, and I hope you guys enjoy watching.